Hey guys, so I'm doing a really quick face of the day for you today. Don't you hate when your bra straps start falling down? I'm doing a really quick face of the day for you because I actually did my makeup today. I haven't done my makeup in weeks, which is really, really sad, but I've been really, really busy. If you've been following me for I don't know how many years I've been doing YouTube, like a few years, maybe several years, 3-4 years, I don't know. But if you've been following me for quite a while, then you know that come October, November, December, I am busy. Okay, I'm busy. Like, I mean, that's not an excuse for why it's been so long since I've made regular videos. It has nothing to do with the October, November, December busyness, but in those 3 months, I am particularly swamped with everything. I'm just looking at my cat and thinking she's adorable. Okay, so some of these things you guys haven't seen yet, and if you didn't watch my last video, which was also posted like 3 weeks ago or something like that, something ridiculous, but if you didn't watch that video, then you know, if you didn't watch that video, then you know that I am no longer considering myself cruelty-free. If you have a problem with that, that's totally cool. I'm not holding it against anybody if you decide to unsubscribe to me or hate me for the rest of my life, but I am not considering myself cruelty-free anymore. I want to be relaxed with this particular hobby. I just can't. So anyway, I wanted to give that little disclaimer. I'm not gonna like throw that into every video, alright, but I wanted to throw that in because some people might not have seen that other video. But anyway, so for foundation, this is a holy grail foundation of mine. Okay, this is holy grail. I have no desire to even try anything else because this is what works, okay? And if you find something that works, you might not want to go stray away from it, you know what I mean? Unless it's being discontinued, that's something entirely different. But this is the Makeup Forever Face and Body, liquid makeup. It's a foundation. And that is my bottle. I've had this for several months and it's like down to here or so. I use about 2 pumps of this for my whole face, and it's just the right amount of coverage that I personally want. Just under my eyes, I have my NYX HD concealer. This is in porcelain. If you want to know what color I am in this, I am the lightest color. I believe it's 38, which is pink porcelain on the Sephora website. I have no idea if this is being discontinued, by the way. I mean, not the foundation itself, but I mean the color, because it is always out of stock. I don't know if they only get like 2 or 3 of them in at one point or something, but I don't know. This is always out of stock, and so I made a pact with myself that if it ever comes back in stock, even if, you know, I'm only like halfway done with this one, a quarter done with this one, I'm gonna buy a backup because that stuff is always out of stock. But anyway, so this concealer, this is always like my go-to. I don't know. I try other concealers, but this is the one that I always go back to. To set my under eye concealer, I used my Ethereal Light from Hourglass. I don't always do a powder all over my face with the Makeup Forever. Like, sometimes I do if I think of it. Other times I don't. I wasn't thinking of it today, so I didn't. But I did set my concealer because I find that this concealer needs to be setted. It needs to be set. For blush, now I don't like do like seasonal things typically. I'm not like somebody who's like, oh, that's my summer blush, that's my fall blush, that's my spring blush. I'm not really like that, but this blush I only wear in the fall. This is Becca's Sweet Pea. I don't know if that's picking up, and I don't know how the lighting is in here right now, but yeah, I don't know. I really like it. I like the Becca blushes. I only have 2 of them, but the ones that I have I like a lot. For my highlight, I have this Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in highlight. This isn't matte. I don't know why they decided to call it a matte powder, but this is what that is. This is pretty popular, you know, like a lot of people like it. This is just a little mini one. if you can see, it's tiny. I got it in like it was like a sampler type of thing. I got it with a lip gloss and this. It was like $10 or something like that. I thought that it was a good way to try it before, you know, spending $30-something on the full size, and I do really like it. I think that it's really nice. I wouldn't call it a subtle highlighter. I mean, some people do consider it to be subtle, but for me, it's like a step up above subtle. It's noticeable without being in your face, so I do really like that. All over my eyes, this is something new, which will be in a haul coming up soon-ish. I'm waiting for some stuff to get here. Oh god, that is the freaking worst, okay? If you make YouTube videos, maybe you understand this, but you want to do a haul, but you keep ordering stuff, so you're like, okay, I'll film that when I get that other thing, and then before you know it, you have like a bag full of stuff, and it's like bursting at the seams. Well, maybe not bursting at the seams, but it's close. It's close to it. That is the worst. This is a... Wow, I just dropped the little thingy. Whatever, we're not going to use it anyway. This is a Burberry eyeshadow. I love these. And this is in Storm Gray. If you can see... Oh, glare. Oh, glare. You see that? Okay. That's Storm Gray. Again, I have no idea how anything is showing up on this freaking camera with this freaking lighting, but it's right there. But it's more of like a satiny type of finish to it, and I really like it. I've been looking at this one. Where did my little... There it is. I've been looking at this one for a while now, and I finally decided, you know what, you've spent a shitload of money already on makeup, why not buy a $29 eyeshadow? So I did. I just have that all over my lids and along the lower lash line because it was a simple day. And then in my inner corners is one of my favorite highlights, like inner corner highlights of forever. And this is Urban Decay's Vapor. You can't get this anymore because they decided to discontinue it. But it is a great, great highlight shade. Like that, like, oh wow, I can see that on there. It's kind of, I wouldn't call it metallic, it's just very glowy, and it's one of those shades that really stands out on me. And honestly, there are few that I own that actually do, because I'm so pale. But I think it's because of that sheen and that glow that you can really see it. So I really like that. So I thought that looked nice. And then on my waterline, I don't actually know if it's still there, but I use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Perversion. It's just black. Oh god, I'll swatch it, but I don't see any reason to really. Yeah, that's that. Then for my lashes, I just have this Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara, which I actually really like this. I hadn't used it in... I was going to say I haven't used it in a while, but I'm not sure I've used it at all, to be honest with you. But I like this. It's nice. I have that on my upper and lower lashes. The lower lashes kind of got a little crazy, but the upper ones look pretty good. And then for my lips, I just have Too Faced Spice Baby. That's right there, and we will swatch that over here. And there it is, right there. I've been getting a ton of lipsticks recently, and I wanted my Too Faced the Cremes to feel some love because they've been kind of neglected, but they're still one of my favorite lipstick formulas like ever. Oh god, they're so good. So anyway, that is my little face of the day. Today was Veterans Day. We went to Applebee's for dinner because my dad gets his free meal because he's a veteran. And that's, I don't know, that's basically it. So Sephora's VIB sale, alright? I don't know if anybody else is like this, but for some reason when I have the opportunity to get things like 20% off, you know what, screw that. Even if it's like 10% off, I'm like, oh my God, it's a sale. This is my time to get things. And I go nuts. I go nuts. And I don't know what it is. I went particularly nuts this year, and I think the reason why, okay, this is my theory. Hear me out. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but this is my theory. So, I haven't bought a significant amount of makeup or really anything at all, to be honest with you, for several months. And I went through an incredibly stressful time over the summer into the fall. And usually when I experience that type of stress and just mental turmoil, I like to shop. That's what, you know, helps me cope, I guess. I don't know. It's not necessarily a good thing, but we're all victims of retail therapy, let's be honest. So I didn't really shop at all, other than like a couple things here and there during that really stressful time. And on top of that, like I said, I hadn't really bought any makeup other than like a thing here and there for months. And then the Sephora VIB, and I got one thing from beauty.com, and I got a couple other things from Ulta, because they were all doing 20% off this whole time. And I'm like, oh my God, this is my chance. This is my chance to just let loose and go wild. And I did. Like, it was like this, sorry, I hiccuped. I don't know if I'm even going to include that in the video, but I had that inner shopaholic just sitting there and waiting and biting her nails inside my head, waiting to finally be let loose. And then she was, and she went nuts. You will see what I'm talking about in my haul video, which will be coming, I don't know, like within the next week or so, I would assume. I'm waiting on a couple things, like I said, and Sephora is a little backed up, so we'll see when those get here. I have some Applebee's dessert waiting for me. We got it to go. And I'm gonna go eat that because I'm obsessed with food. And I will talk to you guys later. Ta-ta.